Coming up on Valley News Live at 6, tough choices for a school district after a significant drop in enrollment.
The ongoing struggle to keep your kids safe as they explore online. We have advice from authorities.
And what will it take to get the cost of prescription drugs lower? The state of North Dakota may look to the north. Valley News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is Valley News Live at 6.
We are investigating a story that's coming out of Detroit Lakes tonight, where more than a dozen teachers are losing their jobs in that city.
The school board decided to terminate their contracts, blaming the move on a drop in enrollment, which translates into a drop in state funding.
Here's how the numbers stack up. The district is reporting a loss of around 200 students from a year ago. That led to lost revenue of nearly $1.5 million. And to compensate, 14 teachers will be let go at the end of the school year.
Most of the cuts will impact special education instructors. So why did the district lose so many students? We have a crew in Detroit Lakes, and we'll have the answer for you tonight on Valley News Live at 10.
Elsewhere, many on the social media app TikTok have been up in arms this week after claims that a group of 6 men recently created a video where they encouraged others to commit sexual assaults on April 24th. TikTok has stated that there's no evidence of the alleged video, and we here at Valley News Live could not find it.
That video has sparked concerns from parents, though, worried about the content and people their children are interacting with online. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley spoke with law enforcement in the Valley on what you can do to keep your children safe on social media.
For Grand Forks School Resource Officer Jason Kaiser, social media is the biggest issue he deals with every day.
And it is amazing how trusting these kids are with adding people that they don't know.
From inappropriate photos to talking to strangers to believing whatever someone says in a viral video.
I mean, the level of trust is, unreal with some of these people that they believe.
Kaiser says he hears from many parents who say they don't feel comfortable and feel like it's wrong to look through their child's devices.
Parents have every right in the world to look through their kids' phones and monitor Snapchats and to have access to, know the kids' passwords to Snapchat, know the kids' passwords to TikTok, so they can kind of monitor those conversations.
Both Kaiser and Moorhead School Resource Officer Jordan Work say it's important to make sure your child's location sharing is turned off on all apps and to make sure your child's accounts are private, as you never know just whose lap their TikTok video or Snapchat photo could fall into.
They can be sharing it with online predators or other kids that they don't know what schools they go to. They don't know any of that information, which is very concerning as adults and as parents, that we're not sure who our kids are interacting with on the internet and what information is all being shared.
The biggest message to the students they work with every day: think twice before you post anything on social media. Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
Police say, of course, if you suspect any suspicious or criminal activity from someone your child is in contact with on the internet, to call officers immediately to start an investigation.
I don't know about you, but I'm ready for warmer temperatures, and I know who's been talking about it for days. Let's check in with Hutch, who's here with tonight's conditions. Hutch?
Thanks so much, Mike. As we head into the evening, we're still dealing with some clouds and showers in the south, but a look up at our Storm Team Skycam network located at the home of economy in Devils Lake showing crystal clear skies at sun going to work in that area. But we are tracking a few sprinkles still on the radar passing through the Southern Valley into northern South Dakota. Hit and miss activity in the Red River Valley as those clouds exit. Not all of this is reaching the ground, but Rutland may be seeing a little sprinkle work its way through. Clearing skies, as you see there in the Devils Lake area, leading to temperatures that are kissing 60 degrees there in Grand Forks, Hallock, and in Devils Lake. We're still in the mid-40s in Lakes Country for this evening. Your planning forecast shows temperatures sneaking down through the 40-degree mark with decreasing wind. As we head into the overnight, it does not look as cold as the last couple of record-breaking morning temperatures have been. I'll have details on that warmer Thursday, but also unsettled weather in the future. I'll have details on all of it in a moment.
Good and the bad. Thanks.
Yep.
A woman is behind bars tonight accused of using tequila and a lighter to start a fire at a Fargo hotel. Britt Kahlberg is charged with endangering by fire or explosion. She initially denied being in the hotel room where the fire started, but later changed her story. Officers say she said she believed someone was holding her children hostage and that something told her to start the hotel on fire so firefighters could save her children. That fire broke out at the Grand Inn Hotel just before 5 Saturday morning. Damage was estimated at $25,000.
A closer look into the 3-alarm fire in downtown Fargo indicated that 18-year-old Riley Keeping of Fargo and 2 friends went to the former Mid-America Steel building to explore. Keeping is now charged with conspiracy to commit arson for the fire on March 22nd at 92 Northern Pacific Avenue. The other 2 persons of interest in this case are juveniles and therefore will not be named. Investigators found a 2-second video of a fire in an abandoned office on one of the juveniles' phone. Keeping currently is awaiting extradition out of Colorado. And if you need help uncovering an issue in your community, here's some advice. Call our whistleblower hotline. We'll do our best to get to the bottom of it. Call 701-237-6576 and leave your tip.
In your COVID-19 vaccine coverage tonight, Sanford Health says half of the Cass County community has received the first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, and that vaccine distribution has been consistent. However, they would like to see more people get vaccinated, especially the younger generation. The goal is to get between 80 and 90% of the overall community vaccinated in Cass County.
Vaccine supply is quite adequate now, which is great. So no need to worry that you're taking it from somebody else that's more needy. I think the vaccine has been used long enough. These are safe vaccines. And the better news is they work, including against the variants.
Dr. Griffin added that he does not know when the Johnson & Johnson vaccine will be used again, but thinks with the next rollout, it'll have a warning label for younger women. Sanford also says there's a noticeable uptick in the number of cases. Clay County Public Health is holding a walk-in COVID vaccine clinic tomorrow. It's being held at the Yumcomst Center from 9 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon for anyone 18 years and older. Fargo is offering walk-in vaccine clinics for the next 2 days, and there are several other options to receive a shot across the region. To compare them, use our VNL vaccine tracker. It's right on the home page of our website, or you can open your phone camera and point it at the QR code on your screen, then tap the link that pops up.
North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum is lifting the state's COVID-19 emergency declaration at the end of April. It comes as the state is changing its focus to increasing vaccination rates. The order was issued last March, 2 days after the state confirmed its first case of the coronavirus. The governor says lifting the emergency shows the progress the state has made in protecting its most vulnerable residents, preserving hospital capacity, and making vaccines available to all residents.
Over the next interim session, North Dakota will conduct a study to bring down prescription drug costs. That study will involve North Dakota's neighbor to the north, Canada. To bring costs down, the state would look at comparing the costs of certain prescriptions and then applying an average price. The heaviest focus will be on comparing Canadian prices and even importing more Canadian drugs. However, some lawmakers were reluctant to take on the study because of who would be involved.
I'm just wondering what our ability to compel foreign input into a mandatory study is. And you can consider that rhetorical if you want, but it just seems odd to me.
The bill originally called for the actual implementation of price referencing, but state senators decided to look into the program's effects before installing it. Drug manufacturers spoke against the bill by saying the inability to control their own prices will affect their research funds.
A bill that gives landowners the option to post their property electronically will soon return to both chambers of the North Dakota legislature for votes. Land may soon not need to have physical signs to be considered off limits to hunters. North Dakota Game and Fish says landowners will benefit from the bill, saying they won't have to put up physical signs. It's scheduled to head to the Senate to be voted on again in the coming days.
Later on Valley News Live at 6, a story that might inspire you to go outside and beautify your surroundings.
And a very chilly start to our day. In fact, record-setting. Teens in the FM area breaking records set back in the 1930s. Well, we have teens across the area. Now we do have some weather that will change as the rain is exiting. We'll have some sunshine to talk about. Details in your hour-by-hour forecast are coming up next.